topic of today's talk. Utilization of right brain. In other words, whole brain thinking. The reason why I selected this topic is because I have read this book entitled My Stroke of Insight, written by a neuroscientist by the name of University Taylor. She had stroke when she was 37 years old, but she recovered completely in 8 years. She had bleeding on her left side of the brain, where the language centers are located. So she could neither speak nor understand the language. She's an American, so like English, she could neither understand or nor speak the English. But even though she said she was in a complete happiness, in a complete bliss, which she referred as nirvana. Nirvana in Buddhism. Nirvana って皆さんご存知ですか？仏教でいうと涅槃の境地という、そういう状態にいたと、そういうふうに彼女はこの本の中で言ってるんですね。And you can watch her lecture by YouTube. In YouTube, access this address, okay? And this is real brain, you know. She is presented, she presents brains, yes. And she explained in this book. She explains. There is also a Japanese translation, Kiseki no no. But I recommend you to read this original because I have found a misinterpretation in this book. So I strongly recommend to read this book. Okay. Okay. She explained the different function between left and right brains through her own symptoms. Why? So you can understand by reading why she has such a kind of feeling, you know, nirvana, in spite of the fact that she can neither speak nor understand the language. Okay, based on this book, I summarized the function of left brain and right brain as shown in this slide. For example, right brain administers image and intuition, and it administered to give a unique answer to individual. For example, you know, what's the meaning of life or what's my mission, and this can be administered by right brain. On the other hand, left brain administered universal answer. You know, entrance examination for university, and you know, these are, you know, we all, you know, should answer the same result. Otherwise, that you get, you know, not full mark. And right brain also administered resourcefulness, or an ability to rise to the occasion, to the emergencies. And right brain also administers altruism or generosity, humility, and it administers curiosity, creation, imagination. And right brain also administers only present time. You know, everything occurs simultaneously. Past or future, it doesn't matter. At the present. Okay? So, but we are supposed to live by integrating between the left and right brain because because left and right brains are mutually complementary. Okay, we're supposed to live by integrating. But now, you know, in modern society, we live in a complete left brain dominant society, and we have gone farther. We may be putting too much emphasis on left brain dominant way of thinking. Too much emphasis on left brain way of thinking. And there are many maladies or poisons of this, too much emphasis on left brain way of thinking. And a typical example, I think, is this several shipwreck disaster in Korea 3 years ago. And when in this shipwreck disaster, when the ship tilted 45 degrees, there was an announcement that stay where you are. You know, it's absurd to stay there under such circumstances. Tilting 45 degrees in emergent situation, under which they should have acted based on right brain intuition to escape from immediate danger. But they couldn't. Why? Because they were so imprinted, so strongly imprinted by left brain dominant way of thinking. In left brain dominant way in our society, we are imprinted to obey instructions, rules and regulations. That's why they couldn't move to shift to right brain way of thinking. And in this book, there are methods to shift to right brain dominant state instantly, almost instantly. So please read this, okay? So I suppose that those who are victimized, 300 or more students, must have been very diligent, so-called diligent and excellent student. That makes me all the more sorrow and silent sorrow for the disaster. And I pray for the souls of the victims of 300 more students from bottom of my heart. So what we need is to integrate both left and right brains. We have, today I have talked about meaning and mission of life. And this is administered by right brain, okay? And resourcefulness, or the right to the emergency, or synergy or altruism and generosity, and serendipity, and curiosity and imagination. These are all administered by right brain, okay? And remember the 5 characteristics reported by Abraham Maslow, the characteristic of the transcenders: compassionate, creative, humility, insightful, multiple viewpoint. These are all administered by right brain. So right brain has very important role. And I emphasize utilization of right brain simply because we now live in a complete left brain dominant society. What I advocate is to integrate both of them, both left and right brains. Take Dr. Taylor's case, for example. When she had stroke, she could neither speak nor understand. And yet, she was in nirvana, right? But she couldn't have expressed her feeling if her left brain function didn't recover. There is no way for us that she was in nirvana if her left brain function didn't recover. So what matters most is the integration between left and right brains. You know what I mean? Okay.